Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Silver Surge Gaming channel. We're here to talk about Gotham Knights, as it has been reported that the announcement for its release date has now been officially revealed. Going off of Twitter about a couple of days ago, Gotham Knights revealed basically a picture of the Belfry, same thing, the clock tower, giving off a release date of October 25th of this year. Now, we do know that the game series has been delayed several times over for the past several years. WB Montreal has been working on this game for a very long time. We haven't gotten a Batman game since 2015 was pretty much the last one, with Batman Arkham Knight featuring Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill as the Joker. Pretty much they've been working on their own new universe. It has nothing to do with the Arkham series. It's its own continuity, with the Court of Owls being at the forefront of everything. And pretty much we just got the revealed date, which is 10/25, which is actually the same day that the anniversary of Batman Arkham Origins, which is pretty much the 9th anniversary, which is actually really, really crazy that they decided to make this the actual date. Kind of pays homage to when they first made their Batman game all the way back in 2013 with Arkham Origins, which wasn't really received very well, considering it was mainly a prequel game, and it wasn't made by Rocksteady, who made the original 3. But overall, this game has been hyped up. It's going to be basically a open world, RPG-ish, brawler type of deal. And the Court of Owls happens to be the main antagonists of the game. You get to choose between 4 characters of the Bat family, which is Tim Drake Robin, Dick Grayson Nightwing, Jason Todd Red Hood, and the very own Barbara Gordon Batgirl. And from the looks of the designs and everything, it's pretty much taking place off of New 52 type of style. I don't know if you guys were a fan of New 52, which happened before Rebirth. It was a very decent held series around the later 2010s when it first came out, which its first debut was technically with Batman with the Court of Owls. So this is actually paying homage to it. And also in this game, supposedly Batman is dead. He was killed supposedly off, including James Gordon is supposedly killed in this universe. But I think we all know as Batman fans, and from the comic, the Court of Owls storyline, we know that Batman is not dead. He is most likely been taken, captured, tortured for years on for weeks, and pretty much the court has got him. So we might see Batman in this. A lot of people are theorizing that he possibly will be a boss fight. Maybe at the end of the game that he will be the final Talon that you fight. He is the secret Talon leaders this whole time, which would be kind of cool. But I don't know how I would feel if they completely killed Bruce Wayne off Batman in this universe entirely. I mean, you would really have to hit home with this story. And this story is going to be long, expressive, very open. This is the biggest Gotham we've ever gotten, bigger than Arkham Knights. We've gotten several boroughs of Gotham, so we're getting it fully fledged off. They're reporting of several side missions, storylines being taken place. Other important villains are going to be within the center of Gotham City and pretty much reflect basically how does the Batman's disappearance affect Gotham's citizens and its villains and heroes. And pretty much the Gotham Knights, his Bat family has to come in and stick up to the plate and defend Gotham from the horrors of its tyranny and sin. And it's very compelling storyline, thinking probably branching off dialogues. They did talk about there being a level system, an RPG, basically creating your own version of Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, whatever, etc., with your own unique skill set. Gear, there will be gear apparently in this game, so your character will look vastly different from everybody else. It's only going to be a set of a co-op style gameplay. Which is, rather intriguing if you think about it, because even though there's 4 and they technically could do 4-player, they stuck with the co-op to play it safe. because of like a lot of the backlash that Avengers actually gotten when it first came out. It was a live service multiplayer game that didn't really stand a chance. It was basically very repetitive, repeating cycle of missions, very lackluster design, character models pretty much looking like rip-offs of the MCU characters, or pretty much characters you got off Wish. But it's been, I think they're playing the smarter route. But the problem is what I'm worried about Gotham Knights right now, is that there hasn't been much information given in the course of this game being made, which is very, very shocking, and it's gotten people kind of on the edge and trying to decide whether they should really put their attention to this game. And formerly, I'm all down for it. I've wanted another DC game for quite a while, and it's been a hot minute, especially in the Batman universe. Granted, you don't get to play as Batman, but we don't know that for sure. I know that, that WB has a past history of pretty much lying. They lied a lot about pretty much Joker being in Arkham Knight, and then he ended up being in Arkham Knight. Pretty much people caught on that Jason Todd was the Arkham Knights, and, they lied about that, and it's a totally original character, and then it so happened it wasn't. And it's so on and so forth. So, like, the whole death thing of Batman could be pretty much, just a ruse just to kind of get people intrigued, or give it like maybe a little better twist later on in the story when it comes to it. But there's been a lack of like a lot of info for this game, not many talks of it. I do know that several game journalists, very important ones, are trying to get a hold of the possibility of any general information coming out, because usually when games usually reveal their release dates, their launch dates, especially in the time frame of how short it is, coming in within this year, pretty much at the end instead of earlier. A lot of the times we might get another trailer and or a whole GameStop game coverage for a whole month based off of the game. And so a lot of game journalists are kind of trying their best to get some type of information from these people to see maybe we can get somewhat an idea of what we're doing. Like, is there any new mechanics? Is there any new, like, storylines? I know that they talked about, like, combat with different villains and stuff will be vastly different, and they'll be harder, more challenging, and strategic the further you are in, like, the level system. They're not closing off all of Gotham. They did say there's going to be, like, the Belfry is going to be the main base of operations where all the heroes will go and analyze evidence, missions, talk, training, stuff like that, work with their gear and stuff. And they did talk about supposedly you can upgrade the Belfry. I don't know how far you'll be able to do so, but maybe I'm hoping that there's actual customization for the actual headquarters, which would be pretty cool. I've always wanted to try to like customize like a Batcave or whatever, like your own way, and upgrade it, which is really interesting for a Batman game, which they never done. The closest they ever got to having a Batcave in a Batman game was pretty much Origins, and it wasn't very interactive besides the training sector and the Batwing and the Batsuit chamber. That was pretty much it. But there was a lot of Easter eggs within the Batcave too, especially during his early years as Batman, and specifically year 1 and 2. But overall, this is pretty much far down in his career. He's a much older Bruce, so pretty much like he's been doing this for like 20 like something years, give or take. I don't think he's dead. I do know there's a whole different cast. Nothing to do with the Arkham series, its own continuity. But it's kind of funny that it's its own continuity, considering like it's starting off kind of similar to how Arkham Knight ended, with Bruce kind of offing himself, supposedly, and like, faking his death, and then everybody knowing all that shit. I don't know, but overall, I'm very excited for the game. I have high hopes for it. I just hope we get another trailer soon, or something, more information, more gameplay, because I know they talked about there's like, they want to really work on the detective stuff, and there being like interrogations and investigating like data and analyzing stuff and bringing it to the Belfry and piecing evidence together. Like, how cool would that be, But I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Hopefully they do something quite different with this one, in my opinion. But overall, let me know what you guys think. Please, thank you for listening in. Please like and share and comment down below the video, and let me know if you guys are excited for Gotham Knights. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Later, guys.